I made it to my parking spot. It's 10 degrees, 9 p.m. Had a long day, went to work and drove 4 hours and finally arrived. Just need to get everything put together and organized here, load it up on a toboggan and haul it on in about 2 miles and then set up the hot tent. Got the toboggan all loaded up, ready to go. Heading in about 2 miles. I'll tell you what, this is about as dark and as quiet as it gets. There was a small group of us in here about 2 months ago, and I'm glad because we had to cut this pine tree out with the chainsaw that was going across the trail. So, something I don't want to be dealing with at, what is it, it's 9:30 now. But the toboggan is pulling real nice. Snow's not very deep, so I left my snowshoes in the car. And I'm on my way. It is 11:57, almost midnight. Got a very crude setup here. I gotta get organized, gotta put the table together, gotta put the quilts on the hammock. Just a little bit of wood that I brought in. I'm glad I did. That'll probably be enough to get me through the night. I'll go ahead and cut some tomorrow morning. But for now, yeah, I need to get some heat going here, melt the floor, get it nice and dry, and get ready for bed. Well, I finally crawled into the hammock. It's nice and warm in here. I got the stove dampened down. I can hear a pretty decent amount of snow hitting the roof. So I'll check that out in the morning, see what I get. All right, I just woke up. Got a little bit of a burn going here. It's always amazing how fast the firewood goes. I didn't burn too much all night. Just enough to keep some coals going. Got down to 11 degrees right now. Looks like that was the low. Just knocked a bunch of snow off the roof here. Go take a look outside. Oh, nice. Wow. Not a lot of snow, but just enough to make everything look really nice. It's 11 degrees still. The sun's coming up. Dead calm. There's a tiny little bit of flurries left. Or maybe just snow falling off the trees. Just absolutely beautiful with the sun coming up. Having some coffee. This is why I come out here. This is just such a great time. Had to do one more trip before winter was over, because that always happens quick, and you just never know. Most of that was rotten in the center, so it'll still burn, but not as nice as I had hoped for. I got a bagel sandwich heating up over there, and it is toasty in here. Got up to 17 outside and 83 inside. Cut up an apple. It must be the type of wood that I'm burning, because yeah, I haven't stoked that thing or loaded it up in a long time, and it is just running extra hot. Feels good. This is pretty nice. It's 1 p.m. and I'm laying here doing nothing. Hopefully the creek isn't frozen. Looks a little lower than usual. Oh, perfect. You gotta watch out for these things here. Never really know where you're stepping. If that was covered up, you end up with some wet feet. All right, I got about 5 liters of water scooped up there. I use my reactor pot to scoop it out of the creek. Let's take a look around here a little bit. This is a small pool just above a beaver dam, which I'm standing on. Or just above it, actually. There we go, same as the last trip. Some pierogies and onion. That's gonna be real good. Dinner number 1. Well, it's only 8:20, but I'm getting ready for bed. 13 outside, 74 inside. Got up to 22 degrees today. Beautiful day, nice and sunny, not too windy. Looks like we got 30-mile-an-hour wind coming tomorrow. So we'll see how that affects the tarp or the tent. Pretty uneventful day. It's a little after midnight. I just got up and decided to stoke the stove. Always a surprise up here. It was 2 degrees right now. It was only supposed to get down to, I think, 9 degrees tonight, this morning, so we'll see how much farther it drops. I figured I'd come out here and have a little walk around, a little coffee before making breakfast. Nothing on the agenda for today other than splitting up a little more wood. That's about it. Let's see what this wind does. A little bit of blue sky up there. Just hope nothing falls on me. Looks pretty clear up there other than that one. I think that's a cherry tree. Which is in the absolute worst spot. So hopefully we don't lose that. Big surprise, doing the usual eggs and sausage. I'm scrambled this time.
For some people, it's right up their alley, though.
Artist says she celebrates having great golfer takes a break.
Almost forgot.
Something that might only be true. Howard Bryant.
Little breakfast salsa from Taco Bell.
Good morning, Scott. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. Polish men's national soccer team won't play Russia for the World Cup qualifiers.
Spice it up a bit.
Man, you.
We're at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Getting real close. 4:45. And this thing just kind of takes off all of a sudden, so I need to be careful. I called a boil at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm going to turn it down here. There's about 2 speeds on this reactor stove. High and low right as you get to the end. So under 5 minutes for a boil of ice cold water, that's pretty impressive. I think I showed this in at least one other video, but after I boil some water, I let the sediment fall to the bottom, maybe just a couple of minutes, and then I get a bandana and put it over the stainless steel, this vacuum, a bottle, which keeps the water hot. Really keeps it at the same temperature, gosh, at least for 12 hours overnight, probably even much longer. I'll just kind of strain it through this bandana. Oh man, that wind's getting crazy out there. I don't know if you can hear that. There's just so much debris floating in that creek. No matter how careful you are scooping it up, it doesn't matter. so this does a pretty good job. I'm in this swampy area, mostly cedar. Check out this huge white pine. The cedar growing up right next to it. It's creaking up there, wedged into the branches. Doing a little Kit Kat and some tea. It's a hard life. Beats working. It is really windy outside. Just sitting here on the last day, looking at the firewood. I'm gonna try to stretch that throughout the night and a little bit in tomorrow morning before I head out. It's all good quality oak, so that should be okay. Just gonna do some dinner here early and sit around and just kind of enjoy the night. Slowly getting packed up. Almost there.